Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome everybody to our March 6th Commissioners Court meeting. Let the record reflect that we have a quorum. All commissioners are here except for Donnie Mars, Commissioner Mars. Y'all looking for him to be here? Have you got a doctor's appointment?
He's at the doctor's office.
He is? Okay. I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask that you please stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Commissioner, would you lead us in a word? I will.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for another day. We thank you for this meeting this morning. We thank you for all attendees that's here. God, we ask you to keep your hand upon us, lead us and guide us. Be with us in this meeting, and we'll give you the praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Please be seated. Item number 4, announcement of possible discussion of items of public community interest for which no action will be taken.
Here. Just so everybody know, there's going to be a flag retirement ceremony. I don't know if anybody's ever been to one or not. Southeast Texas PGR has been invited down to retire some of the United States flags at Camp Straight over off 945, March 9th, 2024. And they're going to be doing it with the Scout Brace Kodiak, the Boy Scouts of America Troop 1777, Troop 777, and Cub Scout Pack 777, Venturing Crew 112, from 1 to 4. If anybody's never been to one of these, it's quite a thing to see how they actually ceremony for paying respect to the flag as they break it down line by line and ceremonies to burn it. And this is inside the county. It's for, I think, the first time they've done it in Camp Straight. So,
So,
so anyway, anybody that wants to attend, it's open to the public from 1 to 4 on Saturday night.
it's right down the street for me. That's Saturday. Item number 9, consideration, discussion, and possible vote on the application to revise subdivision plat, subdivision plat in Waterwood, Sampson County by combining lots 27, 28, in block 5, phase Waterwood as recorded in volume 5, 26 of the plat record of Sampson County, Texas, and renaming as lot 27A. Judge McGee?
Judge, Commissioners, I apologize. I was still half asleep this morning when I came in, and I didn't walk up here to get y'all copies back forward.
Sure. Jenny, this part of it? That's somebody else's stuff. That's good.
This is a standard application for doing a replat there in Waterwood.
Is this the old third time a charm deal?
Yes, sir.
On a number of agendas
It was, but I got a little I got a little hiccup with this one. I asked my client, is everything taken care of with the taxes? Instead of asking directly if he was zeroed out, he told me yes, he was. Everything is good with his taxes, and so I started the procedure, and then kind of quit. But when I got the tax statement, he still owed money, but he had done a payment plan with the county, in which he's not going to have everything paid off until July of this year. But I've got his.
They don't pay it by July, they'll add the statutory fees, lawyer's fees, penalty and all that, so
Right.
it will behoove him to get it paid before then.
Well, he's been making his payments like he's supposed to. I've got copies from the tax office if you want to look at it and see it. So I know that the standard procedure has always been make sure all the taxes are paid in case the county's got to do something, if he doesn't pay. So I was going to ask for got three options, I guess. One is if y'all go ahead and approve it today, pending his final payment in July, we might get the clerk to hold.
I'm listening.
Okay, hold the paperwork until that time so I can show that he's got it paid.
I don't think if we do the replat, it changes the number of the lots. It's still gonna have a tax lien on it until he pays his taxes.
Well, I'm happy with that too, if y'all want to just go forward and,
And I don't have any problem with it. Personally, I don't know about the rest of these gentlemen. Commissioner?
Well, I spoke with the judge about this, and we've always tried to make sure that there's no taxes owed, because once we believe it's on the roll, there's no way to go back and tax those, collect the taxes to that particular lot. If there's gonna be a tax due, I mean,
Well, it attached to lot 27A, I submit to you, but
either way, I don't have a problem making a motion pending, the taxes being incurred.
So you run ads in the paper and so forth. So anybody here from Waterwood that has a concern, or I see a representative from Waterwood.
I actually sold those lots.
Okay, so you don't have a problem.
No.
All they're doing is combining two lots into one, so they can, most of the time, it's so you can build in the middle of your property. Because there's certain easements that run right through the middle, and you can't build on an easement. That's the way I see it. I have a motion by Commissioner Matino, and a second by Commissioner McInerney. Any other questions or comments? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0. Item number 10, Okay, yeah, you got it.
We need the order signed and the plat signed.
All right. Got an order here.
And there is plat on the order that you have to sign also.
Oh, yes, sir. So, oh, yeah, I see it here. On the 6th day, March 24th. One of them is a little flat on the back, and that's the other flat. There's two spots on that one. Flat in the back and then the order.
Judge, that was my bring on the next one.
Sure. I guess that's it. Item number 10, consideration, discussion, possible vote on the application to revise subdivision plat to revise in part subdivision plat in Waterwood, Jacinto County by combining lots 29 and 30 in block 5 Bay Hill of Waterwood as recorded in volume 5, page 26 of the plat records of Jacinto County, Texas, and renamed as Lot 29A. I said 30, it's Lot 30A. Has it already been replatted?
It has, and.
We're doing a replat of a replat.
Well, yes, sir. He had, come last year and, replatted.
Did he want another lot?
Then he bought the one next to it. The gentleman that we just did, he bought it from him, and that's why attached to what I usually give you is a report from the index from the county clerk's office showing that he did buy that lot. Because when you look at the tax statement, it has the previous owner's name on it. So I wanted to make sure y'all knew that he did own the lot.
This one, it appears that all the taxes are paid.
All the taxes have been paid, everything's been put in the paper and on the county website.
You see that copy of the ad from the paper, a copy of the tax certificate showing the taxes are paid. Anybody from Waterwood that heard about this or read the ad in the paper that has any questions about it, speak now or forever hold your peace, as they say.
I'll make that motion, Judge.
Second. I have a motion by Commissioner Jacinto, a second by Commissioner Brandon. I didn't mean to cut you off if you had more to say.
No, so that was it, I just made sure everything was done.
All right. Any other comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0.
Judge, just like the last one, there's a plat on the order that needs to be signed, and the clerk takes the original plat to go in the replat section, or the plat section.
You had originally put this on the agenda for the time we all went to school with
Yes.
our annual, Judge and Commissioner Conference. We did on the station last week, so, everybody was there, so we had to reschedule.
Yes, and I reflected that in the order, just so anybody hears from that, they would understand what happened. As things happen.
They did.
Yeah.
This one you can take.
Did we
put that in the motion.
What is on for some? Oh, you getting another? Another time?
Oh, everything's signed.
I'm on
Okay. Next is item number 11. Consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve the renewal of Pitney Bowes postage machine contract that expires March 31st, 2024. Ms. Abbott. Was that your signature on this form, or is that a computer generated signature?
That is a computer generated one.
Lovely handwriting.
I was.
Compliment you on your handwriting.
Thank you, sir. Good morning.
Didn't look like your signature.
No, it doesn't. I was trying very hard that day.
Go ahead.
Well, this is our second year, or every 2 years we renew our Pitney Bowes postage. I have reviewed other postage services. We don't have the volume to get their interest, so that's fine. Pitney Bowes has served us very well. We will get an updated postage machine because ours has become undated, downgraded. So we'll get a new one. I did add 2 new items to our postage machine, which will save us money and obviously expedite the service. One is for certified
This is
mail.
just for use of the machine. It ain't like there's any postage included in this agreement.
No, sir, there's no postage in that. That's just for the machine.
The numbers are awful low. It'd be nice if you could just buy the machine.
Anyway, we get on the certified mail. If you ever have dealt with certified mail, you have a green slip, you have a little white slip, and you hope that it all comes back to you at the right time and signed. Well, they have a program that the department that uses it the most will get it, and they will be able to print out a mail slip.
You're talking about certified mail with I don't really know how it works. I know how it works for me, but the mail lady comes by and gets the mail. Does she process the white slips
Well, no,
there, or do they take them to the post office and then you get them back later?
they go and get stamped at the post office and they're returned.
Yeah.
Now, the important thing about the little white slips that comes back, if you don't indicate up in the little corner what department you are never going to know what that white slip gets back to you.
Well, but those department heads, if it's really important to them, carry that thing to the mailbox themselves, and then they walk away, stamp it, and they walk away with that receipt. But you got the problem of how you pay for it. And I know it's $10, $11 or whatever it is now. I thought it said in here.
It increased, and with this app, it will give us a discount of $1.33 per piece.
It'd be a nightmare for everybody trying to get reimbursed for when they run up there. I guess they can take their credit cards up.
Oh, it would be a disaster, Jack.
It would.
It would be a disaster, because the district clerk alone at times do 30 to 50 certified at one time. So
Yes, ma'am.
that's a lot.
I have a motion by Commissioner McIntyre, second by Commissioner Brandon. You didn't have anything else you wanted to say?
No, sir, I'm good.
All right. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous, 4-0.
Thank you very much.
This copy here is fine to sign in. Now, up at the top it says lease agreement number, and there's nothing there. They gonna fill that out when we?
Yes. Once it's been approved, they'll fill it in.
not sure. Is this the smallest font that we grant?
That's what they gave me, so.
I put 65 in May.
So you'll take that out of postage, is where you'll take it?
Yes.
He's got a line about a half inch long for me to sign. We have to exceed the parameters.
You all have a good day, thank you.
That's all you got? Thank you, man.
It's in there, I guess.
And the contractor bills $903.84 every quarter. It's way under the bid requirements for the, nowhere near $50,000. It's kind of a special service. There's a limited market for leasing postal machines, I believe. Ooh. Number 12, consideration, discussion, and possible vote for approval of declaration of salvage of the following items from Justice of the Peace 3, a black office chair, pleather coming off.
I'll make that motion.
What it works as a jacket. I heard. Okay. Commissioner Jacinto made a motion. I have a second by Commissioner Brandon. Is there any comments or any other departments that salvage? We'll throw it in the dumpster. Any other departments that hire the chair and want to do an asset transfer from on it? We certainly could be willing to do that. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous. 4-0. Number 13, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve the refund of rent and alcohol fees for the shelter event that was canceled on February 2nd, 2024. See attached receipt number R0001681 dated November 2nd, 2023. The gentleman rented the building for an event and the freeze came along and we had to declare the local disaster, and we opened the shelter for 3 or 4 days. No, it wasn't a freeze, it was a flood. Yeah, flood. When the Trinity River got out at the bottom down there, and we had, I don't know, 15 so had a cook come in, cook for them. The Red Cross actually handled it all. They employed a local seller. Blueberry clam cakes were marvelous. Had a hard time getting them out because they loved it. I'm just kidding. I'm going to get them. Thank you. I'm running out of things to say. I have a motion by Commissioner Brandon, a second by Commissioner Natuno. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. You gonna say anything?
Nope, thank you.
All right, Ronnie. I thought you were ready.
All right, thank you.
It's unanimous, 4-0. Issue agreed. Item number 14, consideration, discussion, and possible vote for permission to declare April as Child Abuse Prevention Month, put up display on the courthouse lawn, decorate the gazebo, and fly the Child Abuse Prevention flag, it should say. Spell checker, when you put flag, it should be flag. Spell checker doesn't notice that. At the courthouse for the month of April. Ms. Curry, how are you this morning?
Great.
We do this every year. Usually it's a scramble to see who gets to make the vote. Have a motion by Commissioner. If there's something special about the event you want to talk about, I can give you 45 minutes. That's all.
No, we would just be appreciative, just raise awareness.
Absolutely.
You need to.
Who made the second? I second. Okay, that's what you heard. That's what you, I have a motion from Commissioner Brown, a second by Commissioner Natuno. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? You say 4-0. Every year they put something a little bit different. I mean, it seemed like one time they put up a tennis shoe. Anyway, so what are they going to put this time? Decorative? Or is it a surprise?
Please.
It's all good. Wherever y'all want to do it, I know it'll be tasteful and it'll help raise awareness for child abuse prevention. Thank you so much. Resolution or something, yeah. Okay. Item number 15, consideration, discussion, and possible vote in approval of requesting the use of the courthouse square on April 20th, 2024 for a wellness vendor event. Hello there.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Nelson Molina. I own a health and wellness retreat center here in Cold Spring, and we are putting on a wellness and health event for the community.
Where's your facility at?
It's in 224. It's called Golden Hill Retreat Center.
Okay.
Yes. So our goal is to promote health and wellness in the community by providing information on that day. We're having people from the Houston area, all the surrounding counties to come to Cold Spring and to share information to help people heal naturally. So we're hoping to have the courthouse square, but we're running the community center and senior center for speakers and for experiences. We're doing.
Community center over here?
Yes.
I have a motion by Commissioner McAnally, a second by Commissioner Brandon. Is this a nonprofit group? It's not a nonprofit.
It's not a nonprofit.
Okay.
Our retreat center is a nonprofit. It's not a nonprofit.
So it's on 224?
Yes.
It's all in your precinct. Not all of it. Part of it's in.
We're trying to get the word out there. We're trying to promote healthy wellness to get off medication. So
Where is it at? What's the address?
it's 7160. It's in that little curve going down to Cape Royal. Yeah, we have weekend retreats.
In the little curve after you pass the store?
Next to Dr. Phil's.
Yes, next to Dr. Phil's.
Okay. I see the connection.
Yeah.
Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous.
Thank you.
4-0. Thank you, sir. Item number 16, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve and vote to approve The addition of adding a fee for the installation of solar panels, $50 for residential, $100 for commercial. If I want to put solar panels on my house, we want to start charging people just to put solar panels in?
So it's not necessarily what's going on the roof, it's whenever they're doing these solar panels out in the yard and that sort of thing. We have to still look at them regardless of, I mean, there is currently no fee.
That's true. We've been getting an awful lot of phone calls on solar panels. Part of the need for this, though, is if it's in a floodplain or in a flood hazard area, we have to note it according to our own regulations. And it's something that probably should be noted. It's possibly a tax thing for the appraisal office, that sort of thing. So
I think they're doing a pretty good job of assessing the property. I mean, they don't have no problem finding my values and making them go up.
mine neither.
I don't know where we draw the line. I mean,
Okay, so
George wants to put some solar panels. George ought to be able to put solar panels on his roof. I mean, I'm just saying, that's just my personal thing. I don't know what.
Too.
I can see where the benefit would come from commercial side.
yeah, on the commercial side, yeah.
And $100 is not near enough for the commercial set.
Because I had a call last year, somebody wanted to build a solar panel.
It's solar farm.
Yeah.
We're talking acres.
Well, that would be a whole development,
Yeah. Well,
not just a solar panel.
that'd be part of the development.
But what we were trying to do is cover it certainly for the floodplain.
I think that's something we need to talk about in our meeting when we revamp our rules and regulations. So, we'll vote on it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just not feeling it on this deal. If we get a motion, we can act on it. If the guy wants to put solar panels to help with his light bill, good for him. I mean,
Yeah,
the only reason I don't have them is that they're pretty expensive. And I know you look on TV or on the internet, it says the government will provide blah, 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 and it won't cost you anything. Well, my neighbor is a perfect example of that's not true. He signed off and they filed a $60,000 lien on his place.
And that deal about
People ought to be aware about some of these outfits that are doing that. I mean, geez.
and that deal about they buy your excess electricity is that's a myth too.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to do it for commercial.
Well, I would up that fee. It would be $100, because that's not.
You don't think we're going to wait until we have this workshop? I'm just me saying.
I think that's along with a lot of other things that need to be looked at in our rules and regulations.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
What is the fee?
Yeah. If you want to restate the motion, I just assume here when we do the. You withdrawing your motion? All right. Thank you,
All
sir.
right, thank you.
Item number 17, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve continuing with 2024 renewal confirmation program agreement for the Affordable, should say Healthcare Act, reporting and tracking services. Ms. Bailey?
Basically, that's the Obamacare thing, where we have to send them information on our insurance. So we send out, 1095 to all employees, send the information.
Say we have to, or we don't?
Still have to at this point.
But it's no fee, right? TAC does it for us? I'll make that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Matuno, a second by Commissioner Brandon. Any other questions or comment? It says 0.00 waive fee due. That's what I see on my correspondence here. No comments, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0. 3, 6, 1, 4. Item number 18, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve Diana Bailey as the San Jacinto County Investment Officer.
I'll make that motion.
Second. I have a motion by Commissioner Matuno, second by Commissioner McAnally. I assume you are eager to keep assume and continue with that responsibility. Any other comments? All in favor, say aye. Y'all notice how I asked her, did she want to keep doing it? Anybody, all in favor, say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0. Yeah, there's a resolution. Be it resolved. 6. I got put on a committee one time and they never asked me nothing. I said, thank you very much. There you go, sir. That's the resolution that certifies that we did that. Number 19, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve the yearly San Jacinto County Investment Committee members.
Judge, we currently keep 5 members on that team. I'm asking to remove Kaylee Chapman, keeping Caroline, she has attended all the schools and the basics, and adding our new auditor, Margie Angel.
So who are the members? Caroline, yourself?
It will be Commissioner Lottie McAnally, Commissioner David Brandon, myself, Deputy Treasurer Caroline, and Auditor Margie Angel.
No, hold on a second. How long does it last? Commissioner Brandon took stage left. So this is going to run in past his term of service.
Correct, but when he leaves, we will add at that point.
Well,
I mean, it's
what's your thoughts on it, Commissioner? Should we, Brother Barnes isn't here today. I don't know.
I thought you said you were gonna ask him.
I didn't say that. I said, I'm just asking. Whatever, go on.
I don't have a problem leaving you on there, and then your predecessor may want to do it, and they be completely qualified to do it, we may put that person on.
I was comfortable with leaving him on it. So.
I don't have no problem with it. I'm just pointing that out.
He's in
Unless whoever
classes,
wins
so-
the runoff doesn't come in and get sworn in, he would continue serving, right? That ain't likely to happen, but no.
And he's in
All right.
all classes, I think he does just stay on there until we.
It's fine with me. Who made the motion?
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Natuno, second by Commissioner McNally. And to have Commissioner McNally, Commissioner Brandon, Treasurer, y'all have the same initials now. I can't just identify y'all by initials. I'm gonna put DD.
Yeah. The big surgery, Caroline.
Caroline is going, okay, is she on it anyway?
She's already been on, she's attended all the classes.
Caroline and Margie. I presume y'all or potential members are willing to do this. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0. Item number 20, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve the yearly San Jacinto County investment policy, and procedure.
This is something I bring from the court yearly, signed back in. There has been no changes to the policy.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Brandon. Second by Commissioner Natuno. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0. There's I guess it's an order approving investment policy. So, back on item number 4, I want to bring something up that y'all may all know. We had a former employee, it's Debbie Clark, but it's not. It's
Havlicek.
It's not Havlicek. She passed away. She worked for the county for a number of years, worked in your office. Okay? Her funeral's today at about 1 o'clock, so that's why we're trying to rush through everything. At about noonish, I doubt we'll have a quorum because we plan to go pay respects to her. She was a sweet, sweet lady and died way before her time. Actually, policy doesn't have a signature place on it. It's just that order that's at the front. There's no signature lines in the policy, I don't think. There's an order that says we're approving. Item number 21, consideration, discussion, and possible vote for approval of the interlocal cooperation agreement between Montgomery
Montgomery County Sheriff's Office in San Jacinto County.
That's me. The interlocal agreement was approved with the ATFF officer for the auto theft back in July, but this interlocal agreement was never approved and signed in court, and the previous one that was signed had wrong information, and this is correcting it and approving it for that officer on the auto theft.
So I got a question on the 10,000. Is that all of the fresh benefits?
That's not all of it. No, it's just a $10,000 match.
Yeah, but when we signed the contract, I mean, when we agreed to do that, we were going to pay all the benefits. I know what this says, and you and I talked about it, but I don't want to welch on the deal. If we told them we were going to pay the entire benefits, and we need to pay the benefits.
So I remember this was on, and this paperwork probably should have been done when we did that. You said something about a previous one had that
There was
information.
one, but it was signed on August 15th. And I did not bring with me. I apologize for that.
Whenever that got done,
It
when we
was
pass something like this, it authorizes the signature of the corresponding documents, but if this corrects that, then I guess we need to vote on it again.
It corrects it. The grant actually calls for 10,000 match, and it had the wrong county clerk's name on it and the wrong year on it when it was actually signed. So this one is a corrected copy, and it has to be signed and sent to the Montgomery County.
I'll make that motion. They're waiting on us to sign this so we can send the bill and they can give us the money back.
That's correct.
I have a motion by Commissioner Matuno, a second by Commissioner Brandon. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, unanimous, 4-0.
And this is the auto test
Marco Montalvo.
course. And they just busted a ring that was stretched all the way across.
Wow.
And it's been a traffic and traffic.
And this puts out,
We need to do it.
All right.
Thank you.
Item number 22, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve a variance division of 7.7 acres belonging to Walter and Edith Cullen. Is that the same as Blake
That
Cullen?
is Blake, and it is, on 980 front door, the backup is sent. Now the backup is planned. It's in the packet.
I got a little letter that's,
Yes.
his name is spelled that way, huh? I never seen Walter with an L. Well, yeah, I have. With an H in it, I mean. Anyway, it's a little cover letter to you and a proposed plat.
So we're dividing the 775 track, and it does front back on 980 for 200.
All I got's a plat of 7 acres, though. I don't see nothing showing how the division's gonna be.
That is the track. Cut 7 acres off of this big track right here.
Oh, well, how much? Okay. Okay, he's got 29.712 acres.
You selling that too?
7.75 off.
You're doing good.
Well, the record across FM 980 up there, 223 feet. And the commissioner's in support of it. We have a motion by Commissioner Brandon, second by Commissioner McInally. What are we gonna have for the court trial?
Oh, you made this copy?
I
I got a little rinky-dink copy that you can't even see it. There you go. Any other comments, all in favor? Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, if I haven't already said that. Commissioner Brandon made the motion, Commissioner McInally made the second. Oh, and I believe the company you had, Mr. Woods, has signed off on those. So I ran it by him also. Item number 23, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve a plat of Cranford Estates. Yes, sir, Mr. Cranford passed away, and Ms. Cranford would divide the property settlement and move on to better things. And it is a subdivision plat.
Where's it at? Is this it? All this here, is this it?
One of them, I gave you one. But it is long county paved road.
This is in the Foster survey, this thing.
Here's another one.
At the end of the McGee survey, pretty sure.
Anybody here? Ms. Crawford? No?
This property fronts on Paget Road.
Yes, sir.
It's got surveyor put elevations every 5 feet, changes in elevation. Got 228 foot of the frontage, so it's not like they're building roads. It's got the drainage easements along the property boundaries that you like to see. 7.7 acre tract, 6.72 acre tract, and 5.47 acre tract. That's looks like this is right down below the old Evans place.
It's right in the curve of the road before it curves in that way.
I have a motion by Commissioner McInally, second by Commissioner Brandon, if I heard right.
And I do have the documents where they went and paid all their fees.
Yeah.
She's already copied it. All we're waiting on is us to sign to approve this.
Familiar with the road, it's got power and water. The guy that runs the water company used to live down here.
So
Not that used to run the water company, because he was also the JV. So there's all the necessary utilities are available. We're supposed to make sure that those are available to approve the vision.
And it's in the packet with all the letters that are in there. Power company, phone company, water company. Ms. Crawford is coming in from Dallas today to sign, so she did, she's not going to send you on this, but she will come on.
She told the letter, he sent the telephone letter, and just sent a water letter.
We've been working on it quite a while. You know, you see the neighbor there, she's a real estate broker too.
That's, they have the old Evans place, and more than that, Evans just had 10 acre say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0. Oh, no, variance is in place.
Yes.
You want to sign the paper copies? You want to sign?
Surveyor didn't even sign off on the plat, I got.
Sign it up on this one.
Okay, well, we're gonna need to sign this.
I had to get Tricia, she actually made those copies for me. Those copies, I had them all on her, but I didn't have them. Those are copies.
Surveyor signed off on that.
And Mr. Wood needs to sign both of them also.
Well, it's odd, that the guy that owns 2 lots, the law says he's got to run an ad in the paper, bring all his tax, proof that the taxes are paid and all that. If you take a land and divide that, make it a subdivision, you don't have to tell anybody. You have to run all that, that's strange.
Yeah, but we're not changing the description of the land to something else.
We're making a subdivision, and, I don't have any problem, it's just odd that there's so much requirement if you want to combine 2 lots. But you're cutting up a lot and making a subdivision, that seems like that has more of an impact on the community. She'll make some nice house sites.
Well, there is a house on one, she had a beauty shop at the end.
Yeah.
But they didn't put it on the plat, but it is a house already there.
So I would have surveyor not identified.
I asked him that, and he said in other counties, we don't put the house on the plat. On the
So tell him, Mr. Savage, Southern County,
plat. I'm sure when they sell it.
surveyors are supposed to identify all improvements. If there's a barn out there, he's supposed to show it.
On the plat.
Yeah.
He did on the subdivision plat. This is what we're doing.
Item number 24, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve a variance for division of a 10-acre tract to be divided into a 5.04 and a 4.95 acres for Jessica LaFountain.
Yeah, she's just a subdivision broker, and she's handling the process for this individual.
Is she here?
I don't think she is.
Looks like you're having.
Looks like I'm having it. You're right. That's what happens when you're the commissioners take care of all this stuff. So y'all have a plat in front of you. This was not part of Somerset Shores. It was a lot that was on the corner that was previously sold before it was platted. So it is not a subdivision that we're replatting, it is acreage. And then Somerset Trails is the county road, and Hidden Coves is the county road, so there's plenty of road frontage.
Well, this guy didn't put no elevations on here, we got no idea where the water's gonna run.
Well, we know where the water's gonna not run right there.
I can't tell where it's gonna run.
It ain't gonna run.
It's flat. It's flat.
It's gonna run in the road.
It's in that, down at a flat up there.
But this is just the verbiage, so. And then that will put the proper drainage and all that around the condition.
Sometimes these things get lots of, so don't wear out the next time one of these guys bring one in here now. We run them through here like.
Well, I get it, and that's what we said, no more variances for multiple lots, only variances for subdivision.
You can't say no more, because every situation.
We don't want some developer coming here getting variances, I just made this crapper go through a bunch of hoops to divide this up.
I understand, because it's 3 pieces. So who's the person that's proposing this? What's your name?
Oh, Jessica Barnes.
Yeah, that's what it said. She's not the owner though,
She is not the owner, she is the seller, she's a real estate.
Ernest Edwards and Edna Edwards. Basically, they just want to cut it in half so that it might be easier to sell.
And I think they got it under contract already. I tried to get to divide that in that survey, because they're gonna get two tax bills for each one of them divisions. Because the way that survey runs across right here,
Yeah, because some of it's in,
they didn't wanna do that.
that's the lead line or something right there, where that
Yeah.
cuts across there. Some's in the Foster and some's in the Menard survey. You're right about that. So one of them touches Hidden Cove, the other one touches Somerset Trail. Is that one of your roads?
Yes, it is.
Okay. They got one tower down there?
Yes, sir. When it rained, we had too much water.
Yeah, it's flat down there, that Palmetto, they call it Palmetto Creek at the end of that road for a reason. I have a motion by Commissioner Brandon. Second by Commissioner McAnally. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0. There it is. We got a second to say.
You can have it, I did, I think it's small, it's not small. Right? Okay, yeah.
I don't know how they do it. I just make it.
For my minutes, yeah. If it wasn't sent.
Yeah.
And I can-
That should be some,
What a jet machine is.
All right, moving right along. Item number 25, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve and accept the agreement for 1
1998 Hyundai FD van, I don't know what that is. VIN number, blah, 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 jet machine from the city of Shepherd.
Yeah, so,
Are we buying it, or are they giving it to us?
It's a swap.
Swap. What are we swapping for?
Work done for the machine because they're gonna trash the machine.
Work done, huh?
And he got the machine fixed.
Well, he has that local witness citizenship.
Yeah. There's paperwork here, apply for the title, all we gotta do is bless the transaction. Have a motion by Commissioner Brandon, second by Commissioner Natuno. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0.
okay.
Item number 26, we're gonna pass. Pass. No.
The way you would tax.
We'll put it back on whenever you say so. Wait. On. That. There it is. No action. 27, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve to solicit for RFQ for engineering services to assist Mark Woods with inundation of reviews as a pass-through cost for our subdivision rules and regulations. How's it feel to be inundated?
I'm a pass-through. How about that?
Yeah. I started to say, well, we don't have a budget line, but it pass-through.
Yeah.
Is a pass-through to be added onto the application.
It will be added on to the application, basically what I'm looking for here.
Okay, so we don't charge them for whatever engineering we have to approve these for your services. How are we gonna, I guess if we pass this, we can.
Technically, one of the things is, we're in the situation we talked about last quarter. Right now, we have a major subdivision coming in, a lot of engineering involved, a lot of H&H studies and stuff. And we actually, in our subdivision rules, it allows for us to do this. Okay? And in case in point, we actually is working with another engineering firm that has software and stuff that can do the H&H stuff, but it's like $5,000. They've already agreed to reimburse for that $5,000 for it's going to cost. But we could go better just going out with vehicles.
Well, it would be good to have somebody on call for.
We're locking whoever we pick, they're gonna get all the engineering work till the cows come home, from here on out.
Not necessarily. This would be on a call basis. If a commissioner needs some assistance or something like that, they would be able to be called on this. One of the reasons I'd like to do this pretty quickly is that within a handful of weeks, I'm going to be in surgery and be totally unavailable. So this would give the commissioners and yourself somebody to go to in case you need some technical help or support. I get daily calls from the permit department. I've talked to these guys really generally on a basis, but sometimes it requires you to go look at it, which I will not be able to do for a few weeks.
So if we hire George to be our contract engineer, anytime y'all call him, those bills are gonna be passed on to the person that's the subject matter of.
Yes.
But when you look at it, kind of like we do with our material bid, we get 15 people put in. That's nothing to say we can't take all 15 of them.
It's true.
It's a new kind of.
I mean, it's not unique.
We never done it like this.
It's not exclusive.
It's actually always been about, it's always been in our rules to Char's a developer, for engineering costs, but we just never have. We've always, actually, I think we always send it to 409.
That's what I'm trying to get out there to the public, is we're talking about, most likely these are fees for a developer when he's putting in a big subdivision or something that's gonna, not like every time we're gonna call an engineer when somebody wants to do a variance or something like that.
No,
Right?
you would not do that.
Okay, I just,
At times, I just get overdone. I mean, I haven't got any software, county hasn't got any software that can do a lot of these deep studies. And some of these large projects that are coming down need some additional eyeballs.
I'll make a motion
to do the RFQ, yes, sir. I have a motion by Commissioner McIntyre, a second by Commissioner Brennan, to go out for an RFQ for engineering services to assist Mayor Woods with reviews for our subdivision rules. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's you down 4-0.
Now, normally I would turn this over to the auditor. Do you put it into the newspaper? Do we need to change that process?
No, that's
No,
perfect.
we will get with you on what we need to specify with them.
Very good, thank you.
Well, they got a proposed RFQ right here in the packet. That's what we just approved.
You probably have to
Yes.
change the dates on it, but yeah.
But
Gotcha.
the criteria here and all, it's very well written, whoever did that. Item number 28, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve the proposed division of property of Jose Alariz, family members of Lee Turner, is receiving clarification on HB 3697. This guy on the left on Lee Turner, I think he came to see me, I told him to come see
He
me.
did, and we've talked about this several times, and it was kind of in that area when they first surprised us with House Bill 3697, so we kind of just kicked the can down the road. But this guy here, actually, he's exempt from our subdivision rules anyway, because his family, his property, family members, we just want a record on there that's on the report.
So,
So
so how can we do it without saying it's a variance if it's exempt? And they want some kind of record because
We can declare, this is exempt.
I agree. Amen.
and I think that's all we got to do
I'll
to
make the
the
motion,
is,
property is exempt.
so,
I'll make the motion, the property is exempt from the subdivision because it is a family division.
I have a motion by Commissioner Jacinto, a second by Commissioner Brandon to declare that this property is exempt under the rules and under the property, or which,
property.
exempt under the rules. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0. I mean, if they need something for a record, on the letterhead, write a letter that says on such and such a day, or they, I guess they could use the minutes either way. Sure. Item number 29, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve the variance for J. Doss property off of McBride Road to family members.
And actually, this is pretty much they gave, everybody got a copy of it.
Same thing.
The engineer, Mr. Woods, has already gone through it, and we made a mistake same thing. Both these are just kids that he gives the property to the same state.
You're exempt under Texas law and our rules if you want, I think up to 4, if you want to give your kids property, as long as you're not having to build roads or easements, if they got access. We really don't have a say, but we're basically confirming that it's exempt, right? I have a motion by Commissioner McInally, a second by Commissioner Jacinto, that this division is exempt. Well, don't let me put words in your mouth. It says variance, but isn't it exempt?
It's exempt, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous, 4-0. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. This place is for sale. We went down and looked at it one time. It's pretty property back there. I think over here is, no, that's Mr. Lewis. And we got about 600 acres. It runs all the way to Louis Acre.
And you go all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it's over in that area, but it's one to the fourth, so it's trade.
Yeah, that's right. Sure is. That's why I went down there. Look at it. Item number 30. Consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve the application to revise subdivision plat by combining lots 24 and 25 Bay Hill, Block 4, those others are on Block 5 maybe, of Waterwood subdivision into Lot 24A. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How you doing this morning, sir?
Good.
Can I approach with the documentation?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Just have me my president for it. Sorry you had to wait till the last.
No problem. Here is application on it. That makes sense.
Yes, sir. Now, this across the road from the last one we did?
No, it's around them.
Round corner. But it is on water.
Yeah.
You want some more to be done?
I didn't know how many copies you needed, so it's, I got it electronically, so.
You're the owner, not a real estate developer, right?
No, sir, I'm the owner.
So I think the story is you're gonna build a garage and Waterwood won't let you build a garage till you.
I'm trying to build a shed and outdoor kitchen because the rats are getting some of my stuff in storage, and they said, nope, gotta combine it.
That's crazy.
Just
Is there anybody here from Waterwood, this is running the paper, that objects or has a comment or concern?
Just keep in mind, there's only one vote on the board.
You're not here to oppose it, are you?
No, absolutely
The
not.
board didn't send you here to represent that proposition.
No.
Okay. Thank you. I see the tax certificates are. Ouch. $6,800. And we tried every way in the world to get the, not get the resurvey, but I didn't see that.
That's the third time that
Another third, 10 grand in taxes. My goodness, bless you. Publisher's affidavit, the ad has been run in accordance with the statute, tax has been paid. Is there
or anywhere that has a comment or question about this proposition?
I have a motion.
I have a motion, that's what I'm waiting to take. I have a motion by Commissioner Tino, a second by Commissioner McAnally, to grant the replat.
Was Earlene nice to you?
You what, sir?
Was Earlene nice when she saw that?
Yes, she was.
I'm thinking of the Brooks.
It was the cheapest out of the four. It went all the way up to $5,500.
She's been pretty good.
What they got on the order stuff.
Yours, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna have to reject it. They left out an A in the commissioner's name.
That was my fault, because I went and took a picture of another one and gave it to him so he could copy it, so that's my bad. Hey, then that was wrong too. From your end.
All right, have a motion in a second. Any other comments? All in favor? Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You'll file it and you'll go talk to us later.
Well, if it's a replat, it's supposed to be.
Exhibit D.
Oh, you're supposed to go report.
Yeah.
Exhibit C.
You got there, get it right there.
I would have to go to court. Yeah. Because if this is a replat, we shouldn't have done this.
Yeah. So all I have to do is take the filing and we get that money here.
Yeah.
You hear that? $400 that you paid?
Yes.
Commissioner saving you money over here.
You can ask for it back.
You didn't need to do
Oh,
that.
okay.
You just have to file the plat, which is what, 25, 30 dollars, 40 times?
It's just a recording.
Or just recording?
All these papers, $4 $29 or something plus 4 or 5. It ain't gonna be no $300 or $400.
Consider it.
See?
I put it back. She put it on court for
I
it
can
back.
put it on the court and get it back. Wait, wait, you.
Here's the,
So is there something I need to file?
We're gonna give you the whole packet.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You'll be good to go. Start building your machine.
I've already
Have you got your approval?
I have to submit that now.
this is exhibit A, I guess. It's all loose. There is no exhibit A. So the plat has got to be A. I'm sorry, I looked at everything.
Yes.
So there's a signature here. Then there's this is an exhibit. There's a signature required. That's plat and number miles.
That's another process. They can't give it back. She's got to run before the court.
So you want me to do that? I can put it on the next court.
Do I need to hear for that?
No.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
Now, I'll just need your information to be on. Get them to do a check.
Do you want something from me on the information as of right now?
Oh, do these make some folks look clever.
So I have to see.
Yeah, I have a business card here for mine. Yes, email address, my cell phone.
Good deal. Mr. Harris, things out. It's a little complicated, but
Is there?
you know how to do it. You see somebody that not wrong, but you want to come to your office.
Yeah, he's.
Well, form, that's what I have to say. Training.
Oh, Commissioner, the two members needs to sign that.
Yeah. You got our first.
What's that? That's your covenant?
Yeah, it's a big one.
It's coming back. I guess we need to sign the both as we do this. 6th day of March. Put the black goes in here, small copy of the black, and it goes with, that is,
Yeah, that's the small one.
okay, yeah. Says,
So you came last Thursday, we were closed.
there you go.
He told me to do it.
Mr. Antuno signed the black. He signed all of it.
Yes. Yes.
I guess that's perfect.
I have one adopted.
Go up there, tell the girls it's a free plaque, and tell them what to do.
You know what I'm saying, that copy of that paper cup on each side, so.
Okay,
Probably better than the other.
you got it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can work through it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yep, thank you, sir.
All right, item number 31, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve necessary actions for the Innovation Center. You going, when are we gonna get the big pair of scissors and all that stuff?
I'm gonna hand it to you right now. I just got an email from the architect who has approved the final payment, to the contractor, which I would ask that the auditor's office hold until I get my final closeout documents from Timberline. Generator passed. We need to start the insurance immediately. County's insurance on the building. And it's yours, boss. But I need the final closeout documents from Timberline, which would include, the as-bills, the L&M manuals, the warranties, and any other documents. Then we need to do the closeout documents with EDA, which I can't help you with because I don't know. So, Lord has it.
So can they start moving in?
I don't know why not as soon as we get insurance.
The insurance is on there, we just have to change it from work in progress to full
Finished,
coverage. Yes.
Yeah.
I got a deal from, Bob Shaw, the other day, they want to bring, they got furniture decked off,
Yes.
and they want to bring it down to 28 and have a lunch.
Does that include EDA as well? Or do you know?
I gave 2 rooms, like we talked about, you know, but that's.
I think they got 4, don't they? You made 4, I don't know.
We have some used furniture.
Yeah. When they had the fire, some of the furniture was damaged, some wasn't. And when they replaced the furniture for the deck, they replaced it all so it matched. Commissioner Matuno got on the horn and got us some,
As far as I know, Emmett
good furniture from Depcot.
They want to move it in 28. I'm good with that.
I'm good with that. And Emmett can move in whenever he's ready.
So I need clarification on the one hallway.
Are we or are we not?
I know it was approved, but we was kind of.
They got on it yet?
Well, no, we was kind of on hold until we got the building released. So are we or are we not?
I wouldn't have a problem putting the logo in. there. I think that would look nice. I think it would too. Or if we do it the whole tall, I don't think that.
I don't either, because it looks a lot better. When we went over there, they wasn't food with it, but now it looks forward.
I listened to you. We got it straightened out.
Well, the only thing I'll have to go back to him and see if he'll do just the logo.
Hey, cheers. You got the ribbon on.
Maybe the Jetcog meeting, that would be a very opportune time. Maybe we're trying to put all those grand opening. I mean, they can go ahead and move in, but, you know, so everybody in the world can come over and check it out and see what's.
So are we waiting until it's ours before we vote grass? Pretty rough.
We're gonna have an open house on the 28th, we need to vote it.
We got some benches to go back to.
Yeah.
I'm sure Lonnie can get right on mowing the grass at the Innovation Center. In his spare time when he ain't got nothing else to do.
I just didn't want to mow it too soon, didn't want to rip it out of the ground.
Yeah.
Let the roots stay first.
Yeah, that ryegrass got tender roots.
We'll be gone.
You're right. As soon as those mountain beans down. Well, that's good news. Good news. Good job. Good job. So they can start moving in, and we're gonna maybe have a little, after that card meeting, maybe we might have a little opening ceremony, I guess. What's about 28th, roughly about 2 o'clock? We'll invite them to come over there and we'll check it out. They were our grandfathers on this.
And how long was that? It's 1918, 2019.
Yeah, it's been a while.
First day out once.
Well, I think,
All right. Item number 33, public comments. Mr. Gerald Dieter. We were at a school and we all were 5 at the school, and some of them suggested, and DETCOG actually, you notice we moved the public comment to this position on the agenda. We're trying something different, we'll see how it works. Doesn't go over the question. Go ahead, Mr. Dieter.
Your Honor and Commissioners, it's kind of nice to see the 3 of you because we had a meeting that was scheduled for the 23rd, and the only one that showed up there was the judge and the clerk and the auditor, and so it's kind of refreshing to see that we're important enough for you to be here.
Mr. Dieter, I'm going to interject right here, right now, just because what you're trying to project is not actually a mistake.
It's his time.
In response to, some of us were actually working with the GLO that day. Okay, so just so we weren't here doesn't mean we weren't taking care of that.
So you have a 32-hour week, so but let's not give me a chance to utilize my 3 minutes. I asked for more time. I asked to go on the agenda, and for whatever reason, I wasn't put on the agenda. Just so the rest of you will know, I'm requesting a full explanation as to why the Roberts Rules of Conduct isn't being followed by this Commissioner's Court. And the reason for that, there should appear on this agenda under old business from February the 7th meeting agenda, items 16 and 17. That's the reason that you are here and that I'm here. And the deadline that was set for upgrading the county-wide radio communication system was on Friday, March the 1st. The bids actually should be being read as we speak. As I said earlier, on the 7th, this is a disaster for our community. And if the longer that you wait, the more it's going to cost you. There are solutions, very simple solutions. All we've got to do is to go back to the system that was active in 20, when an anonymous donor contributed to the Sheriff's Department radios, 800 type radios that you're talking about, getting from that code and paying this $35 per unit fee, which is going to cost a bundle of money to us taxpayers. If you go back to the system that you had, the sheriff is going to be able to reach the community. And if you go back to the system that the responders had, they're going to be able to communicate. At least it's going to be a system that works, where you don't have a system that works right now. Another thing that I discovered, for the last 4 years, you've been paying $433 a month for a tower that's been inoperative. The generator was stolen in 20, and you were informed of that by the former chief of the sheriff's office about the fact that there was no generator there. The wires had been taken out of the generator, and there was nothing on the antenna. So again, us taxpayers are paying for something that has been of no value and no use whatsoever. We need your action. That's what you are getting paid $82,000 a year for, and we need your action to do something about the communications system here in this county. The longer you wait, and wait until you get the bill just for them putting a Band-Aid on there, the communication system is being held together by baling wire and duct tape. So we need action on your part instead of talk. And I can't tell you how distressed I am with the results of the election last night. And there's going to be a thorough investigation as to possible fraud being perpetrated in this county with the end result where the sheriff's concerned.
Thank you, Mr. Duder. Mr. Garrett.
I'm coming.
Before we get started, Miss Margie, how exactly is the tower being paid for?
We pulled that invoice.
How is it paid for? On a monthly basis?
Yes, we get
Does
invoices.
somebody generate an affidavit every month? Who generates the affidavit?
It actually comes to our office.
Okay. Well, that explains why. If that bill, it should have been going to the sheriff's office, because it's communication, that's a bill they ought to be paying. And if it's not working, I'm sure they'd have walked in and said, hey, this tower ain't no good, I ain't signing this affidavit.
Which tower are they talking about?
On Oakhurst.
That's the one they stole our generator from.
Yeah, and now when was that brought up?
It was brought up because we pulled the January bill and we haven't paid the February bill. We have 2 bills sitting in my office right now because we were waiting to hear back
Now,
on something.
if we have a contract and we're obligated to pay the bill, then that thing, we need to get that contract out, and if it renews, it may be expired, I don't know.
I was gonna say, we haven't found a contract on it. It's an invoice that keeps coming into our office.
Yeah, that wasn't even brought up till last week.
That's right.
And that was brought to the sheriff's department, everybody's attention.
So before we jump up and quit paying it, if we don't want to cut our nose off to spite our face. If we want to have the ability to use it in the future, that's something to be said about that. I'm not a radio guy. I don't know if we need to keep it kind of in our arsenal, so to speak. But if we're never going to use it, then we shouldn't be paying.
So someone was supposed to have contacted us to let us know exactly what was going on. I thought the committee that was doing research on.
What committee?
Y'all were talking about a committee.
Y'all got the bill, y'all get the bill, y'all call them and see. I may know who to call, because I don't know.
It's Crown.
Yeah. Crown, okay.
And we did have a meeting with the sheriff's department, and the towers is just part of what's being looked at as to what can work in this county. It's bigger. What we did find out is DECOG is already a member of that organization, so it's not like we have to start from scratch.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. George, Mr. Garrett.
All right, I will be very, very brief. I echo a lot of the sentiments expressed by Gerald Dieter here. We got an emergency here, folks, and we had a meeting on the 23rd, and Judge Faulkner was the only one who showed up, okay? For whatever reason, you weren't here, there was no quorum, all right? So if you can't plan a meeting, how are you going to plan our emergency system? And I think that's the bottom line on this. They'll keep trying to kick the can down the road. I don't know if it's in committee. I don't know if it's in discussion. I don't know anything about this, and a lot of the other citizens don't either. So I think it's high time that you do your job on this. This is not a difficult decision. You know how much you receive from the sheriff's department year in and year out. I think it's deserving of every citizen in this county to have an emergency system that works. I showed the people that happened if something really disastrous occurred, and you guys were not doing anything about it. So I implore you, you're going to have an executive session, sure. I implore you guys to just take into consideration of stuff and get it done. It's just that simple to me. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Linda Almaguire?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
It's good to see everyone today. Thank you for your time, and don't want to reiterate too much of some of the things that have been said. But yes, I did notice right away that public comments had been moved to item number 33 when it used to be in the first page, and maybe the first 5 items. And it looked like a majority of people that were interested in this meeting have already left. So that's kind of distressing there that the people that were here, that you serve, aren't even here to see what's going on or to even express themselves. So it's good to see everyone. I mean, you know, from what I was just talking to another gentleman, I understand that y'all have these meetings twice a month. So twice a month you are here to talk to the people when you make those appointments. Yes, you have other activities, but 2 days out of the month, you know those days are coming. We want to hear from you. We want to see what's going on. We want things handled. You know, meetings shouldn't have to be canceled. People should be showing up to do their job. I know when my boss called me to a meeting, I was there with bells on because that was my job to be there and be present. And so that is concerning to me that same situation occurred. Not to say that there isn't a protocol, but protocols can be changed, appointments can be changed. Y'all are important to us. I hope we're important to you. You know, you serve the people. We're the people. We have concerns. We may only be a few that really stand up here and can talk to you, but we talk to a lot of people in the community, and they have a lot of concerns. Yes, emergency management. That's a big deal. Y'all were supposed to set up a committee. And then just hearing this little intercourse of conversation, it seems like nobody really knows what's happening sometimes, which is very distressing. I'm very frugal with my money, you know. And I hope y'all be frugal with taxpayer money because it's your money too, but we're concerned how our money is spent and where things are being done. It seems that very little consideration is given to the voters and to our time. Your time is important. Our time is important. We don't get paid to be here. We're here because we love our city. We love our community. We want things to be better. We want to be safe. We want also to see more teamwork. I don't see teamwork here. I'm a newcomer to the community. I've been here a year and a half, and it seems like there's more bickering and more disagreement and trying to place blame on why you're not doing the job than trying to come together and work together and support each other. That's very distressing to me because I think we're supposed to work as a team, especially as a city. I want to hear what you have to say. I hope you want to hear what I have to say. I try to speak up so you can hear me. But I must tell you, and this has been mentioned before, that it's very difficult to hear your discussions or even what's going on at this table up here. I know some of you are soft-spoken, and I understand that, but I hear Judge Fritz very clearly and plainly. But most of the conversation that goes on at this table up here, we don't know what's going on, and I can't read lips. And, y'all are passing papers. I have no idea the majority of the time of what's going on at this table, and most people in this audience, I think, feel the same way. We want to be present, too, and be a part of whatever your discussion is. And I would appreciate it if y'all would include us more by speaking up more and addressing us like we want to hear what you have to say. That's why you're here. That's why you were elected. We want to hear what you have to say and what you're doing for us as a community. Mr. Brandon, I heard you say something about a flag ceremony, which sounded most interesting and informational and sounded like a very good thing, but I heard very little of what you said. Again, going back to that same point. My mother taught me that speaking loudly and being present to people and including them in the conversation is just good manners and consideration. I think we need to go to a lot of basics that we learned in kindergarten about how to be kind and considerate of each other. And you guys, ladies, are in the people business. That's what it's about. If you don't have people, you don't have anybody to go to. And that's we should all be caring about each other and caring about your constituents. So we like to be informed. Please be considerate of us. Please be open. Please let us hear what you're saying. And when I used to work with my clients, I would always go above and beyond my job. I had expectations from my boss, but I have a higher boss that I have to answer to. And that is the boss I choose to please, because I know one day I'll stand before him and have to be judged. Thank you for your time.
Yes. Send a bit.
That's me. Yeah, I'm a coming.
What comment, you have one? You want to talk? I'm going to talk some comments.
I don't really think I need the microphone.
You're good.
I'm really, really angry. This should have been an emergency situation. You are playing Russian roulette with our lives by letting the emergency system be down. You really need to do something about it. Take Mr. Myers, for instance. What if he needed an ambulance and the system was down? The rest of us, and I'm older than all of you combined, I think, the rest of us worry about our health. We worry about our homes. We worry about our grandchildren, the safety of our grandchildren, because communications are down. They should never be down. This should not happen in a modern situation. And it is an emergency situation.
You can keep with that.
I think.
Thank you, ma'am. Melanie Cook.
Good morning. How are y'all doing?
All right.
Positive note. My name is Melanie Cook, and I am on the Waterwood Improvement Association Board of Directors. I'm the county state liaison, so you will be seeing my face here more often. The board asked me to come introduce myself because we're in the process of, we want to continue to maintain and develop good relationships with the county officials, in particular Commissioner's Court. Waterwood, just a little bit about Waterwood. I know so many people have said Waterwood's dead, you don't want to buy out there, you don't want to move out there. That's not the case. It was established in 1972 as a master planned community on 25,000 acres. The oil market crashed and there was a plane crash that killed some of the developers, so they stopped developing that 25,000 acres. We now are 8,000 acres. We have patrol and security 24/7. We have a pool, playground, and pavilion. We have a major fireworks display every year.
You say a pool? I thought they filled the pool in.
That was at the country club, because when they raised the country club, they took everything out. So.
Ain't City Country Club, no, that used to be the place for everything. We went to the senior prom there.
I run into people all the time who've been to prom there. Or, when I worked for Wyndham 20 years ago, we had a meeting there, so, and I wasn't even familiar with Waterwood at the time, so. We even stood in line with a gentleman in Florida at Disney World who had been to Waterwood and in the country club for a meeting, so it's very well known. We do have patrol and security, like I said, 24/7. We have a major fireworks display every year that people come from all around to view. It's done very well. We have huge gathering. We have other gatherings as well too. As you know, the golf course is Pete and Roy Dye designed golf course, and it's an 18-hole course, PGA qualifier in the 70s. It's still playable, maintained by volunteers and donations since its closed in May of 2009. So our golf course is playable, and it's still, I don't golf, but I do live on the course, and I think it's beautiful personally. I have a vested interest in not only Waterwood, but San Jacinto County. I am a resident of Waterwood, and I have been for 25 years. I'm a real estate broker and own our business, Palmer Real Estate, in the hub of the community. It was developed back in, Mr. Palmer was one of the original surveyors on the ground in Waterwood, so we purchased the company from him. My children left home. One went to the Army and spent 4 years, became a combat veteran, came back home with a wife and moved into Waterwood. My daughter, same thing, and I have another daughter who actually works for the school district. My daughter-in-law is a teacher, and she's just been awarded Teacher of the Year for the second time in 3 years. She is also the president of First Responders, so both of my children, well, my son and his wife are very, very active as first responders. She has only been in the school district for a few years, but is very involved.
Well, you talked about the golf course and the pool and the club. What about there used to be a marina there too?
Yes.
Is it still open?
No, they took down, the slips had become in disrepair, so they took those out back probably 20 years ago.
I have to confess, I've slipped in there a time or two since it's not managed, and back in there's good white perch fishing up there.
Yes, there is.
But I didn't know.
Yeah.
It's still a nice marina there.
There's still a boat launch. The building has been taken out. There's the water, of course, with the drought and everything, it looks kind of like a field across some of the water, but there is a way to launch boats, from what I understand. So, yes, it is still there.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
It's all good. Like I said, my interest lies in San Jacinto County, and in particular Waterwood. And we are in the process of, we have a developer or two who are coming in and planning on building mini houses. So we have a future in San Jacinto County that hopefully will help build a tax base as well. We also have the school district looking at a school reserve that we had that was platted back in the 70s to hopefully put a K through 6 school in the Waterwood subdivision to help, the little ones get on the bus at 6:20 in the morning and don't get home till 5. So we're hoping that will come to fruition. So we look forward, hopefully we'll be able to work on
Any truth to the rumor y'all are contemplating?
Pardon?
Is there any truth to the rumor you're contemplating an ESD up there?
Yes. Yes.
Well, they opted out way back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Anyway.
Well, and our volunteer fire department has been weak over the last few years, but we do have a couple of people who are working very hard on it to try to get some more firefighters. In our mud district also, we have all our utilities underground. It was built for over 700 homes, and so it was never fully, it's never been in full use, because a lot of the subdivisions that were originally planned have all been replatted, or to acreage.
Yes.
So, but anyway, I invite anyone to come out and take a look at Waterwood. If you play golf, let me know, I can get you a game. But I just wanted to introduce myself, like I said, as liaison, and appreciate all you're doing. I know it's not an easy job, but we do appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
So do you have a plug for the pancake supper?
For the, for the citizen first responders?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not sure what date it is. There is it's in May, isn't it?
I think so. I've seen it.
Pancake supper is a fundraiser for the first responders. Like I said, my daughter-in-law is the president, so she's very active. So she's the one that plans all this stuff, and they're very excited about it. So they're getting more people involved, first responders, the EMT basics, and the paramedics as well. So
Pancake breakfast. Right?
yes, pancake breakfast, pancakes and bacon, I believe. So, May 11th.
There you go. I was looking for it.
So hopefully we'll see all of that as well. And when we have our spring flings in Waterwood, I will make sure that you're aware of the dates and would like for y'all to come visit as well.
Good, good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Item number 5, consider approval of claims.
Phil, let me know.
Huh?
Yeah, Phil, let me.
Hey, can we back up and let Mr. Scott know he wants to shed a little light on the radio that folks may or may not know?
Sure.
Thank you, Judge and Commissioners. I was kind of asked by Mark and Donnie to look into radios, and I'm been a ham radio operator for a long time, know a lot about how radios work, and matter of fact, ham radio operators operate networks very similar to what the Sheriff's Department uses today. It's a protocol called P25. And that's what they're using today. And so I'm aware of it. I was also aware that this, I'm going to say the radios that the command communications was trying to sell y'all on it's called Motorola Turbo. Harris County uses it, Montgomery County, they all use it. That's well aware. And Motorola Turbo is actually I'm going to say, a different protocol than P25. It's called DMR. Anyway, in the world of ham radio, DMR has not been the winner. It's, I'm going to say, somewhat convoluted. It's hard to use. There's some people that do use it. And P25 hadn't been the winner either. It's not the most friendliest thing. But even still, as I was telling Mark, at the federal government level, I'm talking Homeland Security, FBI, all those people, they do P25. And the federal government has allocated frequencies for every region in the country on P25. I don't personally understand why DECCOG is kind of pushing the whole Motorola Turbo thing, except that.
Well, I do know that DECCOG was awarded out of the mitigation fund money, like, was $55 million, and they're doing a regional program they're addressing broadband and interoperability radios. They have things in the work to provide the
a console and some of the radios. Not every one of the new radios. That's already in the works. The money's at the GLO, and the radios that they're proposing, they correspond with, what's the name? Text-Warn. It's my understanding that the radios that those fellows were presenting, Text-Warn heard about this and contacted us, and those radios do not G-Haul with the Text-Warn system.
Well,
So we almost jumped off a cliff there and bought into something that does not part of the grand picture that Text-Warn has. Stop me if I'm wrong, you know more about the radios than I do.
Correct, what that $500,000 that communication people gave, they couldn't even get anybody to bid off of it because it was just so bad, and Texas wouldn't allow it into their system, correct? That's correct. And so we would have spent $500,000 on communication equipment that would have been worse than where we're at right now. And that's where a lot of confusion is coming in, because those $8,000 radios everybody's talking about, you can actually get for $2,500. It fits our system, and Desktop's already own the Text-Warn system, so it's no more than $35,000 a year fee to join their system and solve half the problem right there. Funding is the other part, but then we have a solution for that. So anyway,
Well,
there's more to it than what people are thinking.
For the public's information, and I brought it up when the radio people were presenting the radios. I asked, are these new radios or are they used? And he said, no, they're used. So we were buying a bill of goods at taxpayers' expense. If we'd have jumped off right then, and it won't even work. So for the public's notice, I don't care who you like up here or who you don't like. We're watching the taxpayers' money. And
I don't think it's a question of liking and not liking. I think it's a question of action.
well,
I'm sorry to interrupt. I had my time, but I think it's
I agree. I agree. But we can't spend $500,000 of the taxpayers' money, any of it, mine or y'all, either one, if we don't know that it's going to work for our system. So,
all right, let Mr. McCollum, go ahead, Mr. McCollum.
So, I'd just like to say, and I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus. I'm just looking at it from the aspect of the people of the county, okay? And I don't know how our system has got to the point that it is, but I do believe the system we have could be fixed. And I'm going to go at it like this. Do y'all buy new motor graders every time the tires wear out? No, you buy new tires and fix it. And our system, as far as the federal government's concerned, our system, I think, is compliant with interoperability from the federal government level. Maybe not Texas, but at the same time, I'm going to tell you, if you look at predominantly, if you look at a map and say, who is using Text-Warn? It's all East Texas, Houston, out West Texas, it's all P25 VHF. What you got right now. I mean, and they're making, those counties out there don't have big budgets and everything, kind of like us. I mean, we're small. You know, you got to look at us. We probably have less. Well, we don't have more. I'm gonna say this Harris County probably has more radios on their system than we have people in this county. Okay? And we don't need, 50,000 radios. Harris County has like 22 towers, something like that, spread all over Harris County. Of course, Harris County is one of the largest counties in the state. But my point is I think we could fix what we got, and a lot of it over there. And I think our system has taken a lot of bad press, I guess you'd say, because there's been a lot of things about, well, 911 is down, you know, and the brain of 911 over there in the sheriff's office is overheated or whatever. But sometimes I've been here and I've heard Mr. Mars talk about nobody from Shepherd can dial 911 because the phone lines get wet or something. Y'all have power. In Shepherd, the phone company down there used to be AT&T, and I don't know who it is now, but some subsidiary or something. And we have East Tex up here, and somehow or another their two systems aren't talking together. And when the rain happens, somehow or another that goes down. And people in Shepherd can't even call on cell phone or
landlines, right.
Or landline. Anyway, and I think we've taken a bad rap for that as far as our communication system, you know, being down. I don't think it was totally down. It was just Shepherd couldn't die. But you know what? Y'all are supposed to help out with the safety of those citizens. And y'all could call the PUC, Public Utility Commission. They're the ones that kind of overseers of telephone companies and electrical companies and all that. Y'all can call them and say, hey, this is happening in our county. Those guys need to get their act together. It's the phone company's problem. It's not necessarily the sheriff's department problem. It's a phone company problem. I don't know exactly why. I have worked on telephone switches and stuff before, and it's easy for those things to get misprogrammed or whatever. There needs to be more redundancy in their system than just the line down 150. I guess that's where it is. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to point out the fact that I think our county as a whole is taking a bad rap on what's going on. But at the same time, I showed Mr. Natuno, even the licenses on our radios here haven't been well maintained. And I looked at the license records through the FCC, and some of them have the contacts listed as Miss Judy Eaton, rest her soul. But anyway, I just think the county as a whole needs to take on communications. And that's all I got to say. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but I think we could do a better job.
To answer one of your comments about the telephone with AT&T, what we found out in doing our research was a lot of that problem is because they're doing the broadband and fiber optics from Shepherd and everything and all the construction going on, and that's what's causing a lot of problems for intruders.
Well, they could do a better job.
Definitely do a better job. That's what I think raising hand is about.
Thank you.
All right, item number 5, consider approval of claims.
Yes, we have one that is pulled off of unpaid invoices, March 6, 24, unpaid invoice. We're pulling Texas ICO. And it's on page 16.
Texas ICO, that's the pipes or valves or welding equipment, so.
For precinct 3, it's for $801.75. Ms. Kathy asked for us to pull and delete it.
Any other needs, Jason?
I'll make the motion to pay the bills. I have a motion by Commissioner Natuno, a second by Commissioner Brandon. Any comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0. Item number 6.
None at this time.
No budget amendments. That's good. Item number 7, consider approval of minutes of meetings. I have a motion by Commissioner Brandon. Second by Commissioner McAnally. We have redundancy in our house and have a motion. They might not hear you, but when I repeat it, then that's redundancy, right? Any comments about the meetings? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0. Oh, okay, good. I was wondering, I might keep mine for the rest of posterity. Other payroll sheet. Just one or two. One thing about payroll, I think the overtime in the SO has a line that we budgeted $25,000 for, and we're getting up to about $45,000 paid out of it already. 49? Okay.
But I'm sure that they're probably taking the use some of that unused,
Those unfilled positions, that's how they, yes. All right, item number 8, receive and consider approval of January 2024 departmental reports.
I did not get an animal control, environmental, historical, or DPS.
I make a motion to that. Okay. Let's see. Animal control, DPS, environmental, and what you other one?
Animal, environmental, historical, and DPS.
Sure.
It's supposed to be on there.
You know, I don't know why Q is still over there, but it shouldn't be. Take it out. Okay. I have a motion by Commissioner Brandon on the departmental reports to approve all except the animal control, DPS, environmental, and historical, but I don't see historical on here. But anyway, did I get a second? Yes. I have a second by Commissioner Natuno. Any comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0. What's this? Okay. Yes, ma'am. I will entertain a motion to adjourn. We got a few more. All in favor say aye. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.